Hello and welcome to episode 1 of WITM Season 3 and welcome to WWE 2K17. It is finally time after an epic Season 2 of WITM to begin WWE 2K17 and WITM Season 3. In this video, we're going to give you a little bit of a rundown on the changes and new features in WWE 2K17 and how we have things set up this year. And then episode 2, we should have our first in-ring action. Alright, so just to recap the end of Season 2. The Purity Society faced the Shield at WrestleMania 34 for an opportunity at complete control of WWE. However, it was a 6-man elimination tag team match. The Shield would win 2-0, meaning that the Authority remains in complete control of the WWE. The McMahons remain in control. And so, ECW, the brand that was controlled by Andrew, is no more. And as in real life, it is Monday Night Raw, led by the COO Stephanie McMahon and the Raw General Manager Mick Foley, and SmackDown Live, led by the COO Shane McMahon and the General Manager Daniel Bryan, as well as NXT has the developmental for up-and-comers and as for our cruiserweights, the Cruiserweight Classic wrestlers, plus the few wrestlers from Raw, SmackDown, and NXT that qualify under the 205-pound weight limit. They will be competing on Velocity that will take place on Saturdays in the old slot previously held by ECW, where there's just a WWE logo there. So, our calendar now looks like this. Monday Night Raw will kick off the week on Mondays. Each brand has their new logos as close to real life arena as possible. They didn't have the real life arenas that debuted post SummerSlam 2016 in real life in the game yet, because WrestleMania is the cutoff date for the roster and the arenas and whatnot. But I was able to download and create pretty close versions to the real life ones. SmackDown Live will take place on Tuesdays. Both Raw and SmackDown Live have their each distinct rosters. We had a draft. We'll be reviewing those rosters, how that draft, the rosters after the draft here in moments. Of course, NXT taking place on Wednesday nights. Superstars will be the minor show for Raw. That takes place on Thursdays. Main event will be the minor show for SmackDown. That takes place on Fridays. Velocity will take place on Saturdays. Each brand will have their own exclusive pay-per-views except for the Big Four: WrestleMania, SummerSlam, Survivor Series, and the Royal Rumble. However, our first pay-per-view is Extreme Rules. That will be a final farewell to ECW. You'll be learning a little bit more about that in the near future. As for those rosters, we'll reveal them to you now. The roster for Monday Night Raw is the following. The women's division will be led by the women's champion Asuka, who remains on Raw as she was in Season 2 by virtue of being the women's champion at the end of Season 2. All the other women, they're eligible for the draft, and these are the women that were drafted by Monday Night Raw. Emma, Nia Jax, Bayley, Paige, Sasha Banks, the returning Anna of WITM will be airing her matches, her title matches, and her matches against a newcomer you'll be learning about soon. Naomi, Natalya, and Dana Brooke. As for their tag teams and stables, they will be led by the Raw Tag Team Champions Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson. The rest of the tag team division is the New Day, the Hype Bros, Breezango, Enzo and Cass, the Vaudevillains, the Wyatt family, and Y2KO. Their singles division will be led by the Universal Champion Bray Wyatt, the United States Champion The Miz, they each ended Season 2 with those titles. And then, the people that were drafted by Monday Night Raw: Jack Swagger, Dolph Ziggler, Brock Lesnar, WITM's Andrew, Titus O'Neil, Darren Young, Kalisto, Kurt Hawkins, Apollo Crews, John Cena, Rusev, Bo Dallas, Sin Cara, Baron Corbin, Neville, Dean Ambrose, and formerly of the Purity Society, Austin Aries. However, Aries and Andrew will continue as a team. Now, since they were both drafted to Monday Night Raw, it will be the return of the AA Hardcore Cruisers. They will be tagging on Monday Night Raw. Join the tag team division as well as the singles division in pursuit of that Universal Championship held by Bray Wyatt, the United States Championship currently held by The Miz, and they will both be wrestling on Velocity as well in pursuit of the Cruiserweight Championship. We'll be learning a little bit more about the Cruiserweight Championship situation soon. What we will tell you is, in the eyes of the Authority currently, the Cruiserweight Champion is the winner of the Cruiserweight Classic, TJ Perkins. Speaking of the Cruiserweights, they'll be wrestling on Velocity. Everybody from the Cruiserweight Classic, everybody from the main roster and NXT that is under the 205-pound and under weight limit, as well as the Cruiserweight Classic wrestlers will be competing on NXT, not the main shows, as in real life they compete on Monday Night Raw. In WITM, they'll be competing on Velocity, and NXT, the Cruiserweight Classic wrestlers will be. As for SmackDown Live on Tuesday nights, their roster is the following. Their women's division will be led by the SmackDown Women's Champion from Season 2, Eva Marie. And then the women that they drafted are Charlotte, Becky Lynch, Alicia Fox, Carmella, Alexa Bliss, Summer Rae, and Nikki Bella. Their tag teams and stables are the SmackDown Tag Team Champions from the end of Season 2, Cesaro and Sheamus. And then the tag teams and stables that they drafted are American Alpha, The Golden Truth, The Usos, Beauty and the Man Beast, The Ascension, and The Shining Stars. As for their singles division, it will be led by the returning WWE and Intercontinental Champion AJ Styles. And then the rest of the singles division is the following: Finn Balor, Kane, Seth Rollins, Randy Orton, Roman Reigns, Mark Henry, WITM's Corey, Curtis Axel, Jinder Mahal, Sami Zayn, and The Big Show. Now, Raw, as you may have noticed, has a slightly bigger roster. We did how they did it in real life. For every 3 picks that Raw got, SmackDown got 2. Raw will have 1 extra match per card. Raw will have 7 matches, where SmackDown will have 5 or 6. And then NXT taking place on Wednesday nights. Actually, I want that to have 7 matches, not 5. Superstars will have 3. Main event will have 3. Velocity will have 7 matches, though, with 24 participants. I doubt they'll book 7, but we will see. And we want both Raw and SmackDown Live booked for Extreme Rules. Alright, so that is our rosters and calendars for Season 2. Or rather, Season 3. So a couple new additions to the game. You'll notice how in that picture, which features the champions of SmackDown Live, plus randomly Carmella, featuring the WWE and Intercontinental Champion AJ Styles, the SmackDown Tag Team Champions Cesaro and Sheamus, the SmackDown Women's Champion Eva Marie, and then randomly Carmella. Probably because we have one person that holds 2 titles, otherwise they'd be showing the Intercontinental Champion. That it uses that for the renders, for the matchup screens and the menus, it shows renders of the in-game characters, not their real-life renders. So I'm a little bit mixed how I feel about that. It will help created characters not stand out as much in the menu screens, but at the same time, it's kind of nice having their real-life renders too, to add, I guess, a little bit to the realism for the matchup screens, and with characters actually have, or with real-life people that have characters in the game having their real-life renders. I sort of missed that, but at least creative characters not stand out as much in the menus and in the matchup screens from the real-life roster that's in the game, if that makes any sense at all. Also, a new addition to WWE 2K17 is promos. We'll actually be starting off, now normally we start off with Raw, however, for some reason, the first Raw card had people on the roster that shouldn't have been on it, and like 12 matches, so I simulated that. There were no WITM matches on that card. We will be starting off with SmackDown Live, and as you can see, AJ Styles is set to cut a promo. Yes, there are now promos as part of Universe. A character will come out. They can choose between 4 lines. They get a higher score for their promo based on the choices that they made, and I believe that affects whether or not you win or lose a rivalry. AJ Styles looks like is going to be kicking off a rivalry, and so it looks like he'll be cutting a promo on whoever he is in this rivalry with, and that will be our first. So, our first actual in-ring appearance on Season 3 is we'll be watching the promos, not just the ones that feature WITM members. We will be watching the promos, all promos that are booked by the game. It's usually 1 per card, to get a general overview of what's going on in each show, not just with each show's rosters, each show's rivalries, and each show's storylines that are going on, not just the ones involving members of WITM. We will continue to have storylines featuring just our characters, ongoing storylines. You'll be seeing an example of one of those coming up pretty soon, as you can also put together video packages with different scenes as you could in previous games. There are also now entrance videos for each of the characters you'll be seeing during their entrances. So we will see that AJ Styles promo here in moments here in Season 1, as well as revealing our first WITM match. But first, in the if you watch the WITM Season 2 credits, you'll notice at the end we have a new addition to the WITM roster, added to the WITM lineup that currently features Andrew, Corey, and Anna, is Serena. She will be part of the NXT women's division. looking to perhaps become the first woman to hold the NXT Women's Championship and a Raw or SmackDown Women's Championship at the same time. So welcome to WITM Serena. She'll be wrestling in the NXT Women's Division, looking to make an impression and land on the main roster, on a main roster Women's Division, either Raws or SmackDowns. I did the best I could to make the karate gear as she requested. They did not have a karate outfit in the game, so I tried to get as close as possible. Hopefully it turned out pretty good. And Serena, if you have any input as to how to improve your character, then feel free to let me or Andrew know, and I will change whatever you need changed for you. Alright, so we start things off with SmackDown Live, where AJ Styles, the WWE and Intercontinental Champion, is going to cut a promo against whoever his rival is, the first challenger to one of his 2 titles that he holds. And we start off now each show, which might get a little bit annoying because even shows that don't have WITM matches are going to have to watch an opening which features a video that would open, like one that would open Raw or SmackDown in real life, and then it will show the stage, what city we're in, which will be Louisville, Kentucky for the first SmackDown Live here. And then Michael Cole speaking, welcoming you to SmackDown, and then it will show the card for that show. So let's show you an example of that, and then we'll have AJ Styles, our WWE and Intercontinental Champion, in the ring on the microphone. Here we go. It's probably not going to play the music because I turned down menu music, so let's get it playing then. Alright, so you saw kind of nice video package there. Michael Cole will welcome you to the show. And then the SmackDown theme playing, black and blue. And there is our first card. It does not feature a WITM match. Corey, the only WITM member on the SmackDown roster. But let's get our first example of a promo that we will be seeing quite a bit in WITM. Our WWE and Intercontinental Champion AJ Styles is going to be heading to the ring, microphone in hand. Let's see what AJ Styles is going to have to say. And we'll play a little, as suggested, we'll play a little music while we're waiting. Since I haven't picked out a song before, we'll continue to play the SmackDown theme, I guess, for now. Black and blue, I crawled along the
not the first time and probably not the last time we'll hear from him.
Maybe he just wants a friend, Cole.
Let's see what he has to say.
Yeah, this should be good.
Strength. Ain't nobody man enough to feel the pain, and you could be next.
AJ Styles says, when I came into this company, I didn't come here to be your puppet, to be anyone's puppet. I came here to change my own destiny. I couldn't care less who is in my way or what y'all say. I'm about to do just that.
Just a bully.
Enough with your booze. I'm on the road more than 300 days a year. I've put having a family on hold so I can be out here to entertain you. And all you people do is boo me. You know what? You are not worth it.
Poking the bear.
I got backstage tonight and I realized I didn't have my own personal locker room. I always get my own locker room. That kind of disrespect will no longer be tolerated. Crash, bam, boom, slash. These are the sounds I hear in my head. I hear pain constantly. I hear travesty and tragedy, and that will inform every emotion I ever have in this ring. I don't get it. I really just do not freaking get it. What do I have to do to please you people? What do I have to do to say what do I have to say to get you to listen to me? Screw it. I'm done trying to get your approval. From now on, I'm only going to do the things I want to do. This is my time.
Wow. What a reaction from the WWE Universe.
Oh, yeah. This is awesome.
Now that's how you promote a bout.
No, they don't want none. No, they don't want none. They looking scared, no, they don't really want none. We some southern boys with the farmer strength. Ain't nobody man enough to feel the pain.
Alright, so that's our first example of a promo. AJ Styles, not that he was ever really a face in Season 2, but saying that he is going to do things his way. It is his time. Alright, so there's our first example of a promo. Really nice addition, adding to the realism here in 2K17 this year. We do not have a WITM match, so let's go and see what our first WITM match will be. We'll probably end up seeing some more promos along the way. Alright, so on SmackDown, Sami Zayn defeats The Big Show. The SmackDown Tag Team Champions kick off a rivalry with the Ascension. Looks like the Ascension get the first shot at the SmackDown Tag Team titles. And Cesaro and Sheamus defeat the Ascension to kick off that rivalry. Becky Lynch defeats the SmackDown Women's Champion Eva Marie. Kane defeats Jinder Mahal in the main event. Another SmackDown rivalry, Roman Reigns with a victory over Finn Balor. Our next event, I believe, is NXT. We may see the debut of Serena on that card. NXT, we forgot to talk about their champions. Their returning champions are Hideo Itami, NXT champion, Enzo and Cass, NXT Tag Team champions, are also part of the Raw roster, but they will continue on Raw long enough to defend those tag team titles. And Emma, who I believe is part of SmackDown, but will be continuing to appear on NXT until she drops that title. And let's start that show. We'll be getting a video package for NXT and hearing their theme as well. So let's kick off NXT.
These fans have waited long enough, and they are ready for this party
All right, so we have a promo by Mandy Rose from Tough Enough. We do not have a WITM match this week. We also have another promo by Billie Kay. So 2 promos from the women of NXT. All right, so we start off with Enzo and Cass defeating team hashtag Enzo and Cass defeating the team of Tommaso Ciampa. Wow, I cannot speak. Tommaso Ciampa and Johnny Gargano, also known as hashtag DIY. And now it's time for a Mandy Rose promo. So let's see what she has to say. And I need to go online and find her theme because it is not on Spotify.
What's this all about?
Hey, you gonna tell it like it is?
I'm sure the WWE Universe is dying to know what's going on.
I don't know about the universe, but I'm dying to know.
Just a bully.
You're all looking at the best WWE superstar on the roster. So I'd like to advise all of you, maybe remind all of you, that you're witnessing history right here. You should all act accordingly, because I have a long memory.
Not exactly.
Things aren't going as planned in the WWE, and I don't like that. I don't like not being in control. So either I get the opportunities I'm owed, or I start manipulating those around me to enforce my control. I'm trying to give some options here. As far as I'm... Oh, my controller disconnected. Sorry about that. Alright, back to Mandy Rose speaking. As far as I'm concerned, I'm the lone wolf. I don't need the WWE Universe, just like I don't need any superstar in the back. In fact, the entire locker room is officially on notice. I'm calling all of them out. Friend, foe, my own family. If you're on this roster, you're my competition. If you're my competition, you will be annihilated.
Not exactly.
All the other women around here think that they're the best. But the fact of the matter is they are nothing until they can beat me. And unfortunately, that's never going to happen. Because I am and always will be the best woman to ever lace up a pair of boots. Okay, losers, keep shouting at me. I don't need to sit here and take this. In fact, I can use this time more productively and go have dinner with the Authority. They make the WWE go round. Not the losers in the WWE Universe. Ha ha. Bye.
Now we know what we have in store.
Oh, yeah. If that doesn't get you fired up, I don't know what will.
There's no doubt that everyone in this capacity arena is behind that. The next match has all the makings of a great one. A triple threat match.
All right, and
We have one of the best talents on the roster today.
Ty Dillinger defeated Jack Gallagher from the Cruiserweight Classic, and Andre Almas. Emma defeats Aaliyah. Yes, I know some of these calls look terrible, like Aaliyah's face there, but early in the game, about a week or so after release, that's about the best I can do. And now it's time for a promo from another NXT woman, Billie Kay.
What's this all about?
Hold on. Let me check social media.
This crowd obviously wants to know what's going on.
Yeah, the crowd wants to know. So does the king.
Not exactly likable.
You all are looking at the best WWE superstar on the roster, so I'd like to revise all of you, maybe remind all of you, that you're witnessing history right here. You should all act accordingly, because I have a long memory. I may not be the most popular woman around here, but there's one thing I know for sure. I'll always be better than every single one of you. So when you're going to your boring everyday jobs, you should be all wishing you were amazing as I am.
Very well put.
I can't stand the fact that the authority acts like they're untouchable and can decide my future. My future is in my hands, and right now I'm saying that this time everyone takes notice. The authority can keep trying to keep me down, but I'm not going to let them anymore, okay? So is she trying to be face or heel? She's trashing the WWE Universe and the authority at the same time. All you other superstars, this is your warning. Stay out of my way. If you get in my path, you're going to end up on the floor like in a heap or worse, in the hospital. I don't care if it's in the ring, in the back, or on the street. You don't want to get on my side. I'm done playing nice around here. I know what I want, and I'm going to get it. So I hope the women around here are ready for me, because if they're not, they're going to get destroyed.
Well, now we all know what lies in store for us.
Now that's how you address an issue in the WWE.
I love it. Let's get it going. I can't wait to see how the rest of the card shakes out here. Stay right where you are, people.
Alright, so you can see the promo system quite a bit. Hopefully we'll have some in-ring wrestling action here soon. Rich Swann from the Cruiserweight Classic defeated Hideo Itami, who is the NXT champion, the Cruiserweight champion TJ Perkins, and Brian Kendrick. And then Drew Gulak from the Cruiserweight Classic defeated Samoa Joe. I believe our next event is Raw's Minor Show, which is Superstars. We may see Andrew on there. We will see. And we do have Andrew in a match taking place in Germany. And he's going to be It's a big opportunity. So he's going to be taking on the United States Champion, The Miz. So our first WITM match in episode 2 is going to be a big one. It's going to be the United States Champion, The Miz, versus Andrew. Let's see if we have any promos lined up. We do not. Alright, so we are going to call it an episode here. Be ending season 1 of WITM. In episode 2, we have our first in-ring action. It is going to be the United States Champion, The Miz, accompanied by Maurice, taking on Andrew. That's going to do it for episode 1 of WITM Season 3. Until then, this is Corey, signing off.